Hey, welcome everybody to Combat Saturday. I am your host, DM Gallibond. And today on Combat Saturday, we are going to be taking a look at Dynamite. Or as J.J. Walker used to say on the old 70s sitcom, Dynamite! Maybe I'm the only one who remembers that show. Anyway, let's take a look at this weapon that is part of 5th edition. All right, so for Dynamite comes in sticks in 5e, and as an action, you can light a stick of dynamite and throw it to a point up to 60 feet away. And every creature within 5 feet of that point makes a dexterity save, DC 12, or takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage on failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Character can bundle or bind sticks of dynamite together so they explode at the same time, and every stick you add adds 1d6 of damage and 5 feet of burst radius. And it can be a maximum of 10d6 damage and a maximum of a 20-foot radius of, you know, of, uh, of bludgeoning damage there. And dynamite can also be rigged with a longer fuse to explode after a set amount of time, usually 1 to 6 rounds. Now, and then it talks about how you have to roll initiative, and on the initiative count, however many rounds from now, the dynamite goes off. Now, most of the time, if the characters are like trying to dynamite their way into an old abandoned area or something like that, then maybe that's just a narrative thing. But if they are trying to dynamite their way into an occupied fortress or occupied encampment, or trying to set off something maybe that'll collapse something on an occupied building, then that initiative count is important because, of course, when the fuse starts burning, it's going to make a noise. There's going to be that hiss of the gunpowder in the fuse burning down. It's going to generate smoke, and it's also going to generate that acrid odor of the gunpowder going off. So the people that are about to be blown up have a chance to make perception checks against that. So you kind of have to balance how long you want that with how far you want to get away before the thing blows up. Now, most of the time on Combat Saturday, when we look at a weapon or a piece of armor or something like that in D&D, we go back through the history and we look at the previous iterations in the earlier editions of the game. But in the case of Dynamite, there's not anything in any of the source books I have for the earlier editions. I have some of the source books all the way from original D&D all the way up through 4th edition, and I could not find Dynamite in there. I'm positive that at some point in fact, I know at some point they published rules for all kinds of firearms and modern weapons and explosives and stuff like that. For D&D, but as expansions that were outside of the core DM Guide, Player's Handbook, Monster Manual. So I just don't have those resources available in the earlier editions. So if you know something about Dynamite in earlier editions of D&D, it'd be awesome. Leave a comment what resource you found it in, and how the damage stacks up, how it's different in those earlier editions from 5th edition. All right, and for this particular Combat Saturday, that is going to do it. You can come back here every weekday, and on this channel we cover a new aspect of D&D. And if you like what we're doing here, it would be awesome if you would uh, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we post something new. And then there's all the information down below in the comments about how to follow us here and on other sources as well. All right, everybody, sharpen up your swords, polish up your armor. It's Combat Saturday, and peace out.